Good morning. It's Saturday, January 8th. Chiefs play this afternoon. Go Chiefs. I've got a bunch of bowls to trim and a few coffee cups to put handles on. And what I want to talk about today is the absurdity of competition in art. Now, there are two versions of this. I mean, one is quite practical in the sense that, if there's a particular gallery or a particular show, there's only, room for however many pieces, paintings, whatever. So, theoretically, somebody has to examine the possible candidates for using that space and make choices about who gets to be in the show and who doesn't. Okay. So that sense of competition is very real, but it's also outside your control as an artist. In fact, back when I did such things, one of my favorite quotes of myself was, "The juror is always a twit, even when they jury your stuff in." Okay, so on a practical level, there is a competition. Your work either got in the show or it didn't. Whatever. Potentially, that also applies to getting into grad school. If 10 people apply for 2 spots, 8 of them are going to be disappointed. But that's not to say that the 2 best candidates got in. Who's defining best and what is meant by best? In the case of a ceramics program, they're going to take the 2 best that meet their own needs as a ceramics program. And those needs can be very complicated, including something as basic as, we need a graduate student who can teach Ceramics 1 as a thrower. And these other candidates, though perfectly marvelous, are all hand builders. Okay, whatever. So that's the limited access version of competition. But what I'm trying to get at is who's the best potter. And this came up because we're on Facebook. We were talking about the Great Pottery Showdown or Throwdown, and these sort of artificial challenges that get put in that are actually sort of contrary to good working method. When I was teaching Ceramics 1 at William Jewell, I think I sort of shocked them. Well, I shocked them a lot, but one of the things that I told them first day that I don't think they were expecting was that there was no grading on a curve. I was under no obligation to hand out any A's at all. And of course, if they earned them, I could give everyone an A, because they weren't in competition with each other. They were, in some way, sort of in competition with their own laziness or their own willingness to participate. So the students that didn't do as well, didn't get A's, it was entirely a matter of their not participating as much, either in quality, quantity, improvement, whatever. They were in competition with their own ability to get distracted. Okay, but the whole idea that, somebody is a better artist, they may be more skillful in a certain narrowly focused way. Okay, I get that. And certainly they can be more famous. I mean, if we were to say, or ask, who is the best painter of the 20th century, you'd get a wide variety of answers, and you'd almost immediately have to then subcategorize into genre and so forth and so on. You could say that Pablo Picasso was the most famous, the most known worldwide, but that's not because he went around meeting people. That's because various magazines and other publications publicized his work. Okay. Was that because he was the best at dabbing paint onto canvas? No. Anyway, it's absurd. If you're trying to be the best, you may be in the wrong field. I mean, it's just that not that kind of a process. What you can try to do is, by whatever measure, be better than you were last month. You're in competition with yourself. Make fewer mistakes. Combine things in more and more interesting ways. Hope you win. Have a good day.